Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, today's project is the weed whacker I use here for the property I take care of here. And the problem that it has right now is it has a knock in either the engine or the clutch. But last season I've been noticing that where you hold the handle here was getting real hot. I'm thinking there's something going on with the clutch, but it sounds like more like a rod knock to me. But like I said, I'm not really sure. What I'm going to do today is I have this. It's a weed whacker with a chainsaw attachment on it. My buddy gave it to me. He said he used it once. He was having trouble with the head on here. I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but that's for another day. But what I'd like to do is try to take the head off this one here and see if it'll fit the handle on the riobi here. So okay. Okay, so I've loosened everything up on here already, so first thing you want to do is take the guard off. I know this guard already is not going to fit the other one because the handle is a thicker one, and I know I have other guards, but they're buried in the back right now. My main concern today is trying to see if this head will fit the other or will make it fit or whatever. I threw away a lot of old weed whackers. It just gets to the point where it's just too much stuff laying around, and sooner or later you just got to start getting rid of stuff. This one here I didn't loosen. Yeah. Let me make sure it's still on. You can still see somewhat of what's going on here. Just find a quarter inch ratchet. If you gotta take this all the way out, or I know there's a set screw in here. I'm just gonna take everything out for now. Whether it's holding it or not, doesn't matter. Just put everything off to the side here. Okay. So there's a set screw in here also that goes into the head here. It just holds it stationary to where it's supposed to belong. Now on the other handle that we're going to be using, I have no idea what's going on with that. Okay, so I think the head will fit. Even though the other handle's a thicker handle, this becomes a bigger size around where the head goes on. So I think we should be alright as far as that goes. Okay. We'll put this off this side. Because it's junk. Okay. So somewhere along the line in here, I don't know what went wrong with it. He said he only used it once or twice or whatever, and it just stopped working. So the good thing about the machine he gave me, the weed whacker he gave me, it has no gas in it, which is a good thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over it and make sure the gas lines are good. And I'll show you what to look out for when you go buy these things, used like at the flea market. I usually pick them up at the flea market for like a few bucks, $5 sometimes. Sometimes people just drop them off and give them to me. So, like this one for instance, my friend just gave it to me. Alright. so. Yes, the set screw. We take out the set screw here. It's a 5/16 socket I'm using on this. You usually work with a 5/16 socket or a 3/8 socket. They might even be millimeter, but the American socket fits. Oh, there's our washer. Our lock washer on the set screw here. Try to keep everything together. What you want to do when you buy these used, I mean, if you find them in the garbage, good, it's free, you know. But what I normally do is I ask the vendor, you know, if I could check out the machine, and you could more or less try to pull start it a little bit, make sure it's got compression. If it just pulls really easy, then most likely the engine is shot. But 90% of these, it's the fuel line. And I've done videos on changing fuel lines. It's not that big a deal to do. So if you buy one for like $5, sometimes it just ends up with the parts and everything costing you about 15-20 bucks to get it running. That weed whacker, excuse me, is the third season. You know, the one that developed the knock in it. Like I said, the handle started getting real hot last year, so I'm not sure whether the. How come there's no washer in here? I don't know. Okay, this pulls right off here. These cables in here are usually the same on every brand. This is the drive cable here. So we're going to put this off to the side. This is for another day. I'll take it apart and see what's going on with that someday if I ever get to it. Most likely I won't. The best thing I can do here is I'm going to take this part off here. Okay, so we're going to be using this part. This piece is the extension that goes on there for, you know, because you're trimming branches with the chainsaw attachment. So we're not going to be using this attachment here. Okay, so we'll just click this handle on here. Oh, it goes on a couple of different ways. Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm going to put the head on here first, and then we'll see where we stand. Okay, so yeah, it'll work. I just turned the cable here and our spool went around a little bit, so I think we'll be alright with that. Now the trick is I gotta see, trying to get this to where the set screw goes in. I'm going to use the original one out of the head here. I'm going to stick this in here and see if it goes into the slot. gets a little tricky sometimes. Okay, I think I got it. Sometimes you gotta wiggle this around because you know the hole in the handle. You want this set screw to go through the hole in the handle so it holds it stationary, so it doesn't wobble around. So far I think we're going to be okay with this. Then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the gas cap off and we're going to check the fuel lines and make sure the fuel lines are okay. Which I think they should be okay because like I said, there was no gas in the tank. So you want to tighten this, snug it up nice. Okay. So now we're going to take our 3/8. This is like a clamp. So once I tighten this up, it'll be tight around the handle here. Like I said, most of these, everything's pretty much interchangeable between brands. Okay. Alright, so we got that tight. And we're looking good with this. You can't really see anything in there. But the cable's turning. So. It's too bad that everything's in the way. In the storage as usual. I suggest that you always put the guard on here. If you don't put the guard on here, even with the guard on here, wear safety goggles when you're using this. I have to wear them with the guard on here because of all the gravel and everything. And you can hear everything hit my safety goggles when I'm working. So you could easily put your eye out. Especially around here. Okay, the reason why I put the headlamp first here is that where this goes in to the other part here, it could go on 3 or 4 different ways. Now, this is the button here that goes through the hole here once you get disconnected. So, like I said, there's 3 different ways. So I stuck it on the way it should go. There's the way the head is. And this is the way the engine is here. So I clicked it on there, and what we're going to do is we're going to tighten this up. Now I'm going to have to set the camera down a second. Okay, so this extension here is too long. And like I said, this is the times that you regret throwing all the stuff away I did. I might have had one that fit. So what I had to do was, for now, I just put this on together without the extension because it needs a shorter extension. But it's usable. I can use it this way, but because I'm not that tall. For a tall person, it would be a problem. Alright, so what you want to do with these things is, if you buy them at the flea market or whatever, you want to check the fuel lines. These fuel lines seem to be good. So it's pretty... Well, I don't know. It's a little wobbly. I want to see if it's good, if it's going to run, and then I'll probably most likely put new fuel lines in. So it seems to be like kind of rubbery, like they get. But as soon as I put the camera down, I'll pull this line out here and see exactly what it doesn't feel bad. All right, we're gonna go with it and see what's going on. All right, I'm gonna pop the spark plug out. Pour a little 2-stroke in there because I don't know when the last time this thing turned over, so it'd be good to have the piston and cylinder lubricated a little bit. Then I'll put a little gas in it. We'll see if it starts. Okay, I put a little gas in the 2-stroke mix. I put inside the spark plug hole here. I just gave it a couple pulls, and I dumped out the excess, and then I put gas in it. Now I'm going to prime it, see if the primer bowl fills up, which it is. Alright, that's enough of that, and then I'm going to choke it and see if we can get it to run. Seems to run good. I got a little spot over here. Okay, it's good. Just gonna hit this little piece over here. Works pretty good. I hope this helps somebody out someday. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.